Hello and welcome everyone to a recorded demo specifically for transportation businesses. Today we're going to walk you through all the different features Connecteam has to offer and how they can be best used for your business's purposes. Let's first talk about what we're going to mention and the features we're going to touch on in today's demo. First of all, we're going to go over our operations features. We'll talk about the job scheduling, which is where you can assign different shifts and different jobs to your employees. Afterwards, we'll talk about the time clock and how you can track time when your employees are out in the field doing their day-to-day jobs. Afterwards, we'll talk a bit about the forms, which is where you can actually use digital forms, checklists, reports, anything that you want to create, and any kind of form that you want your employees to fill out when they're out doing their day-to-day business. Afterwards, we'll touch on some of the skills, such as courses that you can create using Connecteam and onboarding modules. And at the very end, we'll also touch on some of the communication tools that Connecteam has to offer. So let's talk about now what you're seeing in front of you and the two sides to the platform. So what we're looking at here is the admin dashboard. You can log into Connecteam on any web browser. And from here, from the back end, you can actually manage the day-to-day operations and design your ideal app. The other view we're going to be looking at is the Connecteam mobile app. This is what you and also all your users can use on their mobile phones. This is the Connecteam app that we're looking at here, and the app is made up of a few different parts. At the top of the screen over here, you can see the quick action buttons. This makes it extremely super easy and simple for your employees to quickly navigate any of the main core features of the app. Down below, your employees can see the upcoming shifts that they have. And at the bottom here, you have the company feed, which is your place for sending updates and announcements to your team. We'll talk more about that very soon. So first, we're going to talk about the scheduling feature. The scheduling feature can be found over here under operations. The job schedule's purpose is to easily and quickly create all of your shifts and distribute them to your staff. As you can see, it's a pretty straightforward calendar view. At the top here, you have the days of the week and the dates. And on the left-hand side, you have a list of all your staff members. In the boxes here in the middle, you can see all the different shifts that are assigned to them. As you can see, the jobs are all color-coded in order to help you differentiate between each one in an easy and well-organized way. On top of that, you're also able to see your staff's availability and even their preferred to work days. So when you're creating your schedule, you can use this to know exactly who to assign different shifts to. Creating a new shift is really super easy. You can add shifts at the top right here just by clicking on the blue button and adding multiple shifts, single shifts, even importing shifts or adding from pre-made templates. And also a very intuitive way to do so is just to hover over an empty shift and click on the plus button just like that. Here we can start to add information to the shift that we want to assign to one of the users. At the top here, you can add a date and a time. Here you can add also a shift title, which will be the main line that your users will see when they see their shifts. For example, we can write here that we are assigning them a delivery. Down below, you have the job. This can be the main layer for your shifts. That's what things are color-coded for. And here you can probably decide to use, the client names or the job names, anything that you want. Let's go ahead and choose one from the list here. Afterwards, you can decide which users you're assigning this to. So it could be one user or multiple users. And you can even let your enable users to claim the shift for themselves if you would want. Afterwards, we can set a location. Okay, so let's say that we're going to do this to Downing Street, London. You can add any notes, any bits of information that you want for them to have for their shift. And then you can also have the option to add tasks if you want, or even make it a recurring shift. We'll talk about that soon. When you're ready, you can save it as a draft, or straight away just go ahead and publish it to the user. Very easy and very simple. Now let's move over to the employee side and let's see how they can interact with the shifts that you assign to them. As you can see, your employees can very easily on the front page see straight away what their upcoming shifts are. They can navigate into their shifts just by clicking over here, or they can actually head over to the schedule at the top right on the quick action buttons, and straight away they'll be able to see their upcoming shifts for the week. Let's go into the shift now and see what it looks like from their point of view. As you can see, it's very clear and easy for them to see exactly what they need to do. They can see the date and the time, and here they have even the location, so they can straight away navigate to that location where they need to be. As you can see, they can also see any shift notes that you added to them. They can communicate with the manager of the shift. And down below, if you want, you can even give them the option to interact with it, to accept or to reject the shift that you assigned to them. If we head back, you can see that you can also give them the option to see everyone else's schedules if you want, to let you know when they're available, when they prefer to work, and even to ask for replacements if you want. Let's move back now to the admin side of things. What I want to show you now is how you can use Connecteam's job schedule to actually speed up your scheduling process. I'll show you some of the quick action tools that we have. First of all, you have the shift templates, so you can pre-make shifts and actually just drag and drop them into the board, just like that. What you can also do is on any of the shifts that you have, you can click on the 3 buttons here on the right and very simply assign to them users, allocate different jobs to them, and you can even duplicate or multi-duplicate those shifts. That's a really great way for you to quickly go ahead and assign them on a different day or to a different person. Lastly, other things that you can do is also head over to the Actions button here. You can copy previous weeks. You can save weeks as templates and then load them again in the future. And if you want, you can also use what we have now, a new tool called the multi-select. You can click the select button here, and here you can actually go ahead and click different shifts. Okay, so you can select multiple different shifts and then actually create bulk actions on all of those shifts together. Okay, let's move on now to the time clock feature. In order for your employees to clock in, all they have to do is head over to the time clock at the top of the screen. From here, there's a big blue bubble which says Start Shift. All they have to do is hit the Start Shift button and then select the job that they want to clock into. Pretty simple and pretty easy, and the clock starts ticking, and your employee can just go ahead and continue with their day-to-day. Now let's take a look and see what it looks like from the manager's point of view. To get to the time clock, all you have to do is click the time clock button here on the left-hand side of your screen. The first view that you come across is the Today view. Here you can see a list of your employees who are working as of now. You can see the job they're working on, you can see the time they clocked in, and if you hover over, you can even see the location where they were when they clocked in. If you scroll down, you can also see all of this information on a map view. So you can easily see and make sure that your employees were in the right place when they clocked in. If you want, you can also quickly filter out and see, I just want to see all the people who are clocked in at that moment. And then you can easily filter out and then even send a message to anyone if you want to quickly make sure that everything is happening as you would like. Now for payroll, all you have to do is head over to the timesheets tab at the right here. On the timesheets, you can be able to see a calculation of all the total hours, regular hours, overtime, absences, and all the information that you need for payroll. You can even go to each and every single one of your employees and see a full breakdown of their shifts and of the time that they were working. As an admin, you have full access and the capability to go in and make any edits and any changes you want to their timesheets. Very simple and very easy. Connecteam will also flag anything. If you have any problems, if there's any conflicts or any daily limits are being exceeded, you will straight away be able to know and make any corrections if needed. Once you're on this view, you have the option to straight away go ahead and export these timesheets for payroll. You can quickly flick through and see different employees on your list. And you even have the option to export everything from the main screen all at once very easily for payroll. If you scroll down, you can see the job insights. Here you will know exactly how your resources are being spent in the date range that you selected. As a manager, you can also see this information from the mobile view when you're on the go. If you go back to here and click on the admin tab at the bottom right, you can pull up the time clock just over here in the middle, and then see that information. You can see it on a map. You can see in a glance straight away what time your employees clocked in. And also if you want to make any edits to the timesheets and take a look, you can also do that from here. Now let's move over to the forms and talk about that feature. Our forms feature was meant for the managers to be able to collect information from any one of their staff just by them filling in a report, a form, or checklist while they're actually at the location of their job, or really any other place they would want, just straight away from the mobile app. Let's see how it works now. Each and every one of your employees can easily navigate to the assets bar at the bottom and can go over to the forms feature, just like that. From here, they can fill out any form that you as a manager have given them access to. Let's go ahead and take a look at the vehicle morning checklist that I created here. As you can see, this gives your drivers a way to quickly go over and give you a report, making sure that their vehicle is fit for the drive for the day. They can quickly sign off and make sure that tell you that everything is as it should be. They can also add different pictures, for example, of the dashboard or the mileage and gas meter. And they can even sign to give you reassurance that they acknowledged everything that's going on with their vehicle. Just like that, they can send it off, and you and a manager, you can make sure that your drivers are all fit for the day. Let's take a look and see how it looks now from the manager's point of view. To get to the forms feature, all you have to do is click on the forms button on the left-hand side here. The first view you'll be able to see is a list of the different forms that you have active at the moment. If you want to see the form we were talking about before, all you have to do is click on it, and you can see all of the entries that have been filled out by your employees. If you want to see an individual entry, you can just scroll over to the right over here, or you can click on the little page over here and see the exact report as it was filled out by the employee. You even have the options to comment on the forms if you want to give any feedback to the employee, or even change the status of it to let the employee know that you've acknowledged the form they filled out. By the way, every time a form has been filled out, you will receive also a notification. So even when you're on your phone, you'll be able to keep track of the forms that have been filled out by your employees. To create forms by yourself, all you have to do is head over to the Add New here on the right. And you can create one using one of our many templates that we created for you, or even start one from scratch if you want to create one completely as your own. Let's take a look at how your users can interact with any courses or any onboardings that you've set up for them. All they have to do is go over to the assets bar at the bottom and navigate to the bottom here where it says skills. Here you can see that I created, for this example, an onboarding course that your employees can just go ahead and interact with, and even a driving safety course. This is a great way to make sure that your employees stay on top of all of their knowledge while they're working at your company. As you can see here, you can create many different sections with all different kind of content for your employees to consume on the go. For example, a driver safety manual, how to stay safe, and even a video talking to them about driving at night. By your employees completing this, you can make sure as a manager that they're always kept up to date with all of the safety procedures that you want them to. Let's take a look now about how easy it is for you to keep track of this as a manager. If we navigate over here to the driving safety course, you can easily see exactly which of your employees have started yet, which of them have completed, and which of them are in progress. You can even add sections like you can see here at the bottom, such as quizzes, so that you can also see that people have completed the quiz and know exactly all the information that they need. Let's go ahead and talk now a bit about the communication that you have in the Connecteam app. At the top of the mobile app, you can see we have a chat and a directory. Let's first talk about the directory. Each one of your staff members will be able to communicate in a very easy way. All they have to do is go into the directory. This will be the phone book of your business. As you can see, you don't need them to add any more contacts to their personal phones. All of their contact information is right here in the directory. On top of that, you can also add any external work contacts you have. If it's suppliers, or if it's, as you can see here, for example, mechanics or automobile repair shops, really any numbers or information that you want them to be able to quickly get hold of. There's no need for them anymore to start phoning you and trying to find any vital number at the important time that they might be in. Now let's go ahead and talk a bit about the chat. As part of the chat, you can send one-on-one messages to certain people in your team. You can also create group chats. For example, any problems with vehicles that you want people to speak to about. And you can even have what we call channels, which is one-way information from management down to the employees. For example, here there's a weather update channel. This is a great way for you to quickly get information to your employees and tell them about any information that you need on the go. So let's talk now about the updates feature. Let's go back to the main screen of the app. As I mentioned before, at the bottom here, you have your own place to send out announcements and important updates instantly to all of your team. As you can see here, this can be operational videos, important updates such as weather warnings. It can even be a place for you to share any kind of course or announcement or something that you need your employees to do. And it can even just be for motivational posts, birthday messages, any shout out to any employee in your team. Probably one of the best things about the updates page is the fact that it's completely trackable from your management dashboard. If I go back now and head over to the updates on the left-hand side of your screen here, you can instantly go into any one of these updates we mentioned before and see exactly which of your employees have viewed and haven't viewed it yet. A great thing to do from this view is actually to go to the filter, and you can go to the status and see only those who haven't yet viewed your important announcement. By clicking over here, you can instantly send them a chat message and give them a quick reminder that this is an important update that you really need them to see immediately. Using this tool, you can finally make sure that all of your employees are on the same page, that everyone is engaging with your announcements, and you finally have a great place for you to easily manage all of your communications with your team. Now, to wrap up this session, I want to mention some of the ways that you can reach out and talk to our amazing support. At the bottom right-hand side of your screen, you have the live chat. We can answer anything that you need in less than 5 minutes, so just send us a message and ask any question that you might want. At the top of the screen here, you also have a link to our YouTube channel with many videos, our help center. So you can instantly get an answer to any kind of question or any thing that you want from within the platform. So that's it for now. I really want to thank you for joining this session. Connecteam is an ultimate all-in-one solution for your business that you can customize and create exactly according to your company's needs. Thank you.